The Shepnaz Podcast begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Shepnaz Podcast. We hope you're having a great day, because I know we are having a good day here. But today, it's a bit of a solemn day, if we must be honest.
It's gloomy.
It's a gloomy day. It's actually beautiful outside. Yeah. The sun is shining, but our hearts are sad. No, just kidding. But for real. Hey, we're glad that you joined us today. Welcome. I'm not even sure what day this is coming out, and so I won't put a day on it. But whatever day it is, we hope you are having a great one. You're probably wondering what's going on. It's Zack and Noah, and they haven't hit the magic Worship Wednesday button.
Oh.
It's because it's not Worship Wednesday.
No, it's Worship Thursday.
It's Worship Thursday. Every day is Worship Day.
Yeah.
If you do it right.
Yeah.
We just don't do it on a podcast. But we do today.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we did want to have a special episode because if you haven't heard yet, there's some bittersweet news happening in the life of Shepherd. And I don't want to steal your thunder, buddy. Do you want to tell us what's happening, pal? I know. Sure. I could say it, but I feel wrong. You're right here.
You're wrong?
Hear it from the mouth of the horse.
Well.
The horse's mouth himself?
I've not heard of that.
Yeah. Well.
I'm not sure what the phrase is, but I don't think it's that. Well. There it is.
We got it in there.
There you go. Well, if you haven't heard, I have taken a new position at a church in Columbus.
Yeah.
I won't say the name yet, just because they haven't announced it at their church yet. That'll be this Sunday.
Yep.
So I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But I've accepted a new role.
Yeah.
Me and Rachel will be heading out, but we're excited. We're sad. There's a lot of feelings, and for really everybody involved, but especially us. It's a weird time.
Yeah, transition is always weird because it is a very weird mix of like excitement, because it's like you're excited for what God has next, and like it's a really cool opportunity. Like, what are you going to be doing? Tell them what you're going to be doing.
I'll pretty much be doing what I've been doing at Johnstown, but kind of just more on a larger scale.
Right.
It's a bigger church and pretty similar size to Shepherd and their main campus, and I'll be taking over their worship and tech ministry, and then also taking over their outreach ministry, which I'm really excited for. That Made for More Sunday we did a couple weeks ago is actually the church I was actually an intern at this church before, and I actually got the idea from them that they did this, and so kind of be cool to go back and doing this on a larger scale, larger area. But
that's awesome.
So I'll be doing a lot of that. I'll be on their kind of the preaching team as well, being able to be a part of that, and doing a lot of one-on-one mentoring with the pastor and some lead pastor training. So that'll be exciting to do too.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. But so like going back to transition stuff, like there's two sides of it, and it's weird. Like, this is not the first time I've been through transition too. Like, I remember this feeling leaving Grove City to go to Logan, and then I specifically remember leaving Logan, coming here, kind of a similar situation to what you're in, where it's like, you haven't been there for like decades, right? But you build relationships very quickly. So yes, you're really excited about what's next. Like, I remember that feeling of like, oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome. Like, I know Shepherd, I know it's going to be cool. I know what they're capable of, and I'm excited to be a part of it. But you build relationships with people. Yeah. And some people understand and some people don't. Like, and so if you are listening to this, and you're kind of in that mourning period of, transition's hard, and some people take it harder than others. I want to encourage you, if you're listening to this and you're having a hard time with transition, that the Lord has been in this from day one, and if you have any resentment or frustration with transition,
it's okay.
It is okay. But remember that, like, us as pastors, like, our main focus is to do the Lord's will and to follow and be obedient to what he asks us to do. And sometimes being obedient to what he has for us is hard for others. So my encouragement to you, if you are going through a hard time right now, is, lean into praying for Noah and Rachel. Like, lean into what it looks like for them in the future, because they're not going to stop doing ministry because they're not at Shepherd Johnstown, right? In fact, what they're doing is going to be expanding their territory. Like it says in Scripture, where you're like expanding your tent posts or your stakes or whatever, where you're expanding your territory, and that's what you're going to be doing. And so we're super stoked for you. We're really proud of you. I know selfishly I'm super proud of you, just because I've known you since you were a wee little lad, and a wee little lad was he. That was dumb. Bruh. I got it in there too. Yeah. But being able to watch you grow and really step into your leadership in the way that God has called you, not just in worship, but like in outreach and the ways that you're doing stuff, not just on a platform with music. Like, it's really cool to see. So I'm stoked, but I do really want to encourage people that, if you are, experiencing some grief, that's okay. It even says in Scripture, there is a time to mourn. But the reality is, what I'm super stoked for you and I've seen is like, you're obedient, dude. Like, you're obedient to what the Lord has for you. And this is just another example of that. So we're stoked for you.
And even some more behind the scenes of how this comes about or something like this happens. You don't really plan for when you're going to leave or when, and especially in this case, we didn't look for anything. I didn't send out any applications. I wasn't, plotting my escape. But when opportunity comes to you, and I feel like it's always good to honestly talk to churches, like just hear about what's going on in their church, and if they're interested in you, if they have an interest in you, I don't think it's wrong to take a meeting or and so meeting with them, everything became very clear very fast, and that was when I told Rachel, hey, actually they want to meet and this and that. We started praying, just Lord, we'll take the meeting, and it's just how when everything starts laying out, and the more meetings you have, the more lunches you have, the more it just became very clear, and very evident. Like, and it's very hard because thinking about leaving Johnstown specifically is hard. Those are great people. It's family. They've treated me like their son, their grandson, or and so it's really weird to think about leaving there, but just as it rolls out, it's just like, I don't necessarily want to leave, but man, we're supposed to. Like, I feel like we're really supposed to. And so once that offer opened up, we knew, unfortunately, without really any doubt. And that's what I put in the letter we sent out to the Johnstown congregation of, it's hard, but it's weird. It's just this emotion of, I hate leaving this behind, but I have such confidence in what's next, and I have such confidence in where I'm going and where I feel like I'm supposed to go. It's a really weird place to be, to feel sadness and this weird, I don't even know the word, just kind of bitter, not bitter, just kind of like, oh man, this sucks. But also to be so confident in where you're going.
It's a weird tension.
Very weird.
It's a weird tension. Like, I remember when I told the pastor that I was leaving in Logan, and it was a little tense. There was some weirdness, and like, even the timeline of having to communicate to like our close friends, and like there's certain people I wanted to tell in person, and didn't get that opportunity, and so they were hurt by that. I was hurt by that, and there was just weirdness there. But again, it's like in the middle of those moments where it's like, oh man, this sucks and like this hurts, but man, I know God's got something good. Like, I know what's coming next is going to be valuable. And so we're stoked for you in that, man.
Appreciate it.
We're stoked for sure. Like, I remember, speaking on the knowing thing, I don't know if I've shared this story on the podcast, but when we came to Shepherd, I'm gonna be a little open and honest here, so buckle up. And this is no diss on anybody from the past or any diss on the church, but I was good friends with the previous worship pastor, and it actually like filled in here a couple times on drums or guitar or whatever. And so I had some familiarity with the church. And to be frank, like, Shepherd wasn't on my radar. I was just kind of like, I know Shepherd, but probably would never work there. Like, that's not my church. And so when we felt the call that it was time to leave. Like we felt released. That's another thing that, when you're going through transition, having that peace that the Lord has released you from an assignment is important. And I remember Kristen and I both had that peace. There was a Sunday that Tom was preaching, and he was preaching on obedience and preaching on listening and following. And literally she looked over, because she told me, she's like, we're not leaving here. Like, we love this place. We love these people. We loved the parsonage that we were living in. Like we thought we had it figured out. And so she was like, we're never leaving. But she literally leaned over to me in the middle of a sermon, unprompted, and was like, we're supposed to be looking, aren't we? I was like, I think so. Like, I think this is the confirmation. So we started doing things on our terms. And so we went looking, and we found there was a church that we thought would be a perfect fit for us. And we went through the entire interview process and literally like went and led there on a Sunday morning, met with their board, met with their pastor. And it was like, you're the guy. Literally those words came out of his mouth. You're our guy. But we have to do the due diligence. We have one more person we said we would interview. So in my back of my head, I'm like, all right, God, you got this figured out. This is awesome. And that Sunday night, I got a call from the guy who was like, oh yeah, by the way, we're going with this dude. Sorry. Thanks for your time. I was like, okay. Well, that shattered my world. Like I thought it was a done deal. And so Kristen and I, we were mourning through that too. There was some mourning. And Kristen and I were talking, and she had said, she's like, would you ever consider Shepherd? Because they had reached out months before. And it was a board member who was a buddy of mine at the time. Scary. He was on the board at the time, still a buddy of mine. And he was like, hey, would you consider it? And I told him no. I was like, nope, I'm good. Thanks. We got something in mind. And so she's like, well, would you still consider Shepherd? And I told her, literally the only way that I'll consider Shepherd is that if Rob Paul himself calls me within the next 24 hours unprompted. And she was like, okay, well, if it's God's will, that's what's going to happen. Kid you not, the very next day, sitting in my office and my phone rings. Contact Rob Paul.
There it is.
It was wild. And so that's how we just knew. God was like, you're being obedient by knowing that I'm telling you it's time to go. But you're being disobedient by not just trusting me that I have what's best for you. And man, I'm telling you what, like for us, this has been an answer to prayer, for me, for my wife, for our kids, like, and the time I've got to do ministry with you, like, that was a dream I've had since I've known you, like ever since you were a kid, I was like, I would love to do ministry with you someday. And so we got to do that. And that was huge. But one thing I do want to mention, and then maybe we can wrap it up after a brief recall down memory lane, because I do want to end this on a fun note. The idea of, again, this is an encouragement for people who are like, maybe have questions or wondering, when it comes to obedience, if you were to stay, right? If you were to ignore what God has been speaking to you, even though you would be making the people of Johnstown happy because you're not leaving, you're in direct disobedience with what the Lord is asking you to do.
Right.
And I don't know how the Lord works exactly, but I do know that he's not stoked when we're living in disobedience. And so I don't know what ministry could look like for you if you were to live in disobedience of God's call in your life. And so if you are having questions of stuff, you should be encouraged by Noah and Rachel's obedience, because they're doing what the Lord is asking them to do. And though it might be hard for us, super stoked for you, super stoked for your future church. And I'll be sure to write lots of angry messages to the man that hired you. Do it. I will.
Do it. Do it.
I will. There's some phone calls coming your way, pal. Just messing. Maybe. Well, we're not going to end on that note. We're going to end on a fun note, because it's you and I, pal. We've been having fun on this podcast since the day we hit record.
Yeah.
And it's been great. Right?
Sure.
I think it's been awesome.
Just a weird way you said that, but
yeah, Noah's been begging to get off this podcast since the day I put him on here, and I won't let him go. That's actually why he's leaving. Is because
I just don't want to do this podcast anymore.
Do the podcast. We're kidding. But just wanted to take a little trip down memory lane, man. And what are some fun times we have had? And I have one in particular, but I want to see if you have the same one, if you've thought of any different ones.
Well, the one you brought to mind this morning that I can't stop thinking about is probably the one.
It's the one.
We had a speaker situation, and
speaker is in audio speaker, not a speaker person.
No. The speakers in Johnstown were at the end of their life and
actively dying.
Yeah. And so if you've never been up there, there's these massive speakers on the wall, way high, probably 20 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And they needed to come down.
Yep.
They needed to come down that day. And for one, maybe I'll just give him a shot. Maybe I'll just take a shot at him.
Uh-oh.
Nick.
Uh-oh.
Thinks he's just top dog. I'm just kidding. Thinks he's fast because he beat me in a race. Thinks he's strong.
It's all coming out here on the. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm just kidding. Nick's a wonderful man.
Yes, he is.
But Nick was like, if we just get a ladder, we can just carry him down.
We can hoof these things.
And I told him, I was like, I don't think we're gonna be able to do that, man. Like, and he's like, we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
So sure enough, we have no lift.
Nope.
We have nothing.
We have 3 ladders?
Maybe. I don't even think. I think 2.
2, yeah. I know we only used 2.
So we get the smaller ones down.
Yeah.
But even that was like, oh no. Like I knew
it was
working on those that I was just like, oh no.
It's going to be rough.
And so then we get these, and so keep in mind, Nick had talked me into going keto at this time.
Oh, I forgot about that part of the story.
Me and Nick were like 2 weeks into keto.
Depleted.
Which is like the hardest part of keto.
Right.
And like your body's just worn out. You have no strength. You haven't eaten good food and you haven't had a carb in 3 weeks.
Right.
And so already we're just tired. Our arms are shaking. And then for some reason, Zack is very creative and he's very just like,
that's one way to put it.
Figure out how to get stuff down. So these subs were a lot heavier than we thought.
Oh, they're so heavy.
And so then Zach's like, like, what if we, and the whole time he's saying this, I'm just like, oh my, this is not going to work. But he's like, what if we wrap a ratchet strap around it? Because there was a brace on it.
Yeah.
And then what if we just like,
slowly lower it down?
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this ain't gonna work. But what happened to where we were in like war for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, so
did we get stuck or something?
Yes. So a little insight to my side of this story is I'm a very optimistic person.
And you were sick too.
Yeah, I was not feeling good at all. I was feeling terrible that day, but I knew it had to get done. So I'm thinking in my head, like, we got this. Mm-hmm. Like, they got him up here. We got to get him down. It's easy, right? And, you know, I've lived a few lives and, you know, I've done some things. And I'm like, you know, we could just create a pulley system. And we'll take some ratchet straps, you know, because they're weighted for, you know, lots of weight. And we can wrap the ratchet strap around. So we did that. But then as we're running it down, we recognize, like, oh, they're too short. So we know for a fact we have to extend these ratchet straps. So I'm like, all right, we'll tie a second round off. So we tie them off. But I didn't tie the exposed rope ends together. I tied the clip part together, like the hook. And so we get to the top, like, you know, we hook it up and it's going great. Like the first half of it was going pretty smooth-ish. You know,
then we're like, oh.
Yeah, it gets to where those hooks meet and it hits the top of the mount that's holding all the weight and it's stuck right there. About, you know, if we lift our arms straight up, that's where it was. So like, not the optimal spot to use your muscles to get it done. And so we had to like take turns holding it. And then at this point, it's 300-pound subwoofer worth of tension that has now created the world's tightest knot that we have to untie while holding 300 pounds above our heads. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't great. No. The good thing that happened, if you want to have some silver lining, is it untied itself. Mm-hmm. Just not when we were ready for it to come untied. So it may or may not have like crushed nose fingers at one point, hit Nick in the shoulder.
Keep in mind, we've got keto arms.
Yeah, you got these.
So we're like holding this up while Zach's doing it on a ladder, like about to fall off.
Yeah, man.
And then before all that, that's when the fingers got smacked. We couldn't get it off.
Oh yeah, you're up top.
And it was like holding, this might have been before the pulley, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you were trying.
But me and Nick were about
it.
to fall off this ladder because we were holding this, and then he like shimmies it. My fingers go through the plaster. Yeah. I thought I broke my finger. Yeah. Because it just went right through.
Right.
And I was like, oh, my finger. Nick didn't care. Kept going.
We had a job to do. Oh, man. But the good news is...
It got done.
It's done. And listen,
they're great.
Those new speakers are better than ever.
Yeah.
And they're not 1,000 pounds. Mm-hmm. And they're up there working strong. Yeah. We were able to patch up the old holes.
My finger went through.
Right. It was fine. And look at us now.
Yeah.
Whole, healthy.
Yeah.
And we learned a lesson that day.
Whole.
Yeah. Healthy might be not.
But, hey, we'd love to invite you to May 24th. That would be... We'll wrap
what
this
a
up.
segue.
We'll wrap this
what
up. If you want to come hear these new speakers, May 24th is our worship night. And that'll, in fact, be my last time here.
Yeah.
So we'd love to have you come out to J-Town for worship night.
Yeah. May 24th is a Sunday night. What time?
Do we normally do 6?
6 or 6:30.
We haven't announced it yet, so we'll go 6.
Yep. 6 o'clock sounds good.
Decided here, 6.
Yep. 6 o'clock it is. Well, Noah, we love you, dude.
Love you, brother.
We love you, and we're praying for you and Rachel in this time of transition. And if you're wondering what's next, we're figuring that out. We're trusting that the Lord is faithful. He has been so far, and he will continue to be. But we just want to thank you for an amazing ministry that you have helped create up there, man. The worship is amazing. The culture of worship is amazing, and that's because of you and your faithfulness to the Lord. So we thank you for that. Praying for you in your next adventure, man. If you want to reach out and send Noah a thank you note, that would be awesome. Please do so at podcast@shepnaz.org and just express your gratitude for Noah. And we'll see you on the 24th for the worship night. We love you guys. Have a great day.
This podcast is a production of the Shepherd Church of the Nazarene, Gahanna, Ohio. Email to podcast@shepnaz.org and let us know what you think.